Bernie Sanders, all of a sudden, thinking of entering the race in 2016. Now you're thinking, come on, man. Really? If you're asking why, I'm asking why not. Like, what are we supposed to just sit down and say, oh, no, it's predestined and predetermined. Hillary Clinton, who is about as right-wing as you can get in the Democratic Party, well, we have to accept her. She's out right now making millions of dollars from the top Wall Street banks for speaking appearances, okay? Here's a person who stands an excellent chance of becoming president of the United States, and they just happen to be giving her millions of dollars right now when she could accept it and put it into her personal account. But we're supposed to accept that. We're not supposed to do a progressive challenge to Hillary Clinton. And they tell us, because you can't mount a progressive challenge to Hillary Clinton and win. How can they say that with a straight face? The degree to which they lie is immeasurable. It's as if we didn't live through 2007 and 2008. We already had a progressive challenge to Hillary Clinton. Now, it turns out the guy was lying and he wasn't a progressive, but it clearly showed that if you mount a progressive challenge to Hillary Clinton, you can win. So Bernie Sanders is basically saying, well, look, if no one else is going to do it, and right now no one else has said anything about it, well, then I'm going to step up. He says, look, some guys have wanted to be president since they were 12. I got no such desire, and I don't, he's like, it's a major pain in the ass. I know every politician says that, but with Bernie, who lives up in Vermont, and he was just trying to get some sanity back into our government, I actually believe it, right? But he says, if nobody else is going to do it, then hell yeah, I'm going to do it. You know, let me give you a specific quote that he told the Free Press. He said, or Free Press reports, Sanders says he's willing to consider making a run if no one else with progressive views similar to his end up taking the plunge, okay? Now, look, if you ask me, here are the guys who should run. Okay, I think Bernie Sanders should run. I think Alan Grayson should run. I think Elizabeth Warren should run. I think they should all run. They're all in the Democratic Party. There's no reason why they shouldn't run. There's no reason why they should just give it to Hillary Clinton. She's not royalty. That's not how it works here. You actually have to go through elections. And if people howl and say, oh my God, Bernie Sanders is too liberal. He calls himself a socialist. Wouldn't it be great if someone who was called a socialist was actually a socialist instead of a guy pretending to bring you change who's actually a right-winger? So, look, if it turns out that the Bernie Sanders and the Alan Graysons, who, by the way, Alan Grayson has an excellent record of accomplishment in Congress. He's actually gotten things through. He's, in fact, gotten bipartisan bills passed more than anyone else. Why? He goes and finds places that he can work with right-wingers on that actually holds our government accountable. The progressives love the bills. Real conservatives love the bills. The establishment hates the bills. You run a real populist campaign, any of those three, and you'd make a real run at Hillary Clinton. And certainly a couple of them could beat her. So why not give it a shot? Now, to give you a sense of what Bernie Sanders is going for, well, what would be the things that he cares about? He says he would go after Wall Street, focus on poverty and the collapse of the middle class, address global warming, and oppose cuts to Social Security and Medicare. Now, you might look at that list and say, oh, you know, poverty, I don't know if that's going to work in America. First of all, who's the last person who ran for president who actually said anything about poverty? Well, you don't know because nobody's even tried. Mitt Romney. You imagine Mitt Romney talking about poverty? And what did President Obama say about poverty in 2012? Nothing. So maybe we ought to try it and see how it turns out. And even if you say, oh, that's too liberal, the rest of the list is exactly what people want. There's nothing more popular in the polling than preserving Social Security and Medicare without any cuts. Literally the number one most popular poll. Okay, it results. Going after Wall Street, people love that. You run a real populist, a real progressive campaign, and I guarantee you could beat Hillary Clinton. I don't know if it's Bernie Sanders, I don't know if it's one of the other two, or it's someone we haven't put on the list yet. But can Hillary Clinton be beat? Absolutely. Is somebody going to beat her from the right in the Democratic primaries? Of course not. Is somebody going to come in with like lukewarm, moderate positions and beat her? Of course not. But if a real progressive runs, can they beat her? Definitely. So run, Bernie, run.